First, welcome into this Big Ten game break. Rick Pizzo, Paul Caponigri, following a thrilling 5-4 win for Minnesota over Michigan State, a game that Cappy had basically everything you could ask for if you're a hockey fan.
It did. I mean, 5-4 game, it still had some good goaltending. You had some wild bounce goals. You had some pretty goals. And then you had a thrilling end where a team's trying to tie it up, so you did get a little bit of everything tonight.
Let's check out how it went down at Munn. Remember, these teams playing a Thursday and Saturday deal because of the Super Saturday coming up this weekend in Madison Square Garden. First period, Michigan State on top 1-0. Jack Ramsey just throws it in on John Lethleman. It's harder than it looks, folks.
And this is a big goal for Minnesota because you saw the earlier they gave up a tough one. And you're like, here we go again for Minnesota. This one kind of broke the seal for them and made them wake up a little bit.
In the second period, Gophers 3 special teams goals, 1 power play goal, 2 while killing off a 5-minute major, including that one from Tommy Novak. Gophers go up 4-1, now 4-2. Taro Hirose, his second of the night, an absolute laser over the glove hand of Eric Shearhorn. Michigan State now down 4-3. 8 minutes to play. Boutros Ghafari throws it off the boards. Liveliest boards in the Big Ten, maybe in all of college hockey.
Unpredictable.
Eric Shearhorn wants that one back. Between the wickets, we are tied at 4, but Tyler Sheehy, all he does is score big goals. We're like some war goals this year. 2 goals and an assist for Sheehy, including the game-winning goal as Minnesota picks up a must-have win, 5-4. This one all about the specials. Minnesota got that jump in the second period. Yes, Steve Johnson had the power play goal,
right,
but then what they did, killing off the 5-minute Michigan State power play, turned this game in their favor.
It did, and then the bounces. We had crazy bounces all over the ice tonight. Like you said, we had everything tonight. And that first one, you know, the special teams, but then that first bounce that Minnesota got, we're going to see the first Michigan State to get on the board, but we talked about the boards, just unpredictable, not just lively, but you don't know where on the boards they're bouncing, and a little bit of miscommunication there and a lead for Michigan State. And then this, like I said before, really kind of gave, you know, a little bump to Minnesota, and then this is the game-tying goal. You're like, and that's Ghafari's first career goal in college hockey. What a way to get one. But, you know, when you get goals like that in a game, sometimes it can really deflate you. It boosted Minnesota to tie it early at 1-1, and then when you give up a goal like that to tie the game, and you're like, woe is me again, but the captain came through, Tyler Sheehy, with a really nice goal to get that lead back.
And I think that's a really important goal, not just for Sheehy, but for the confidence of this team, because, Paul, as we know, if you look talent-wise up and down this roster, especially offensively, there are guys who we expected to have huge years this year, whether it was Leon Bristed or Rem Pitlick, and the numbers just haven't been there. So for the captain to come up in a spot like this and score a goal when his team needs it the most, you hope then that starts to trickle down and you see more offensive production from the rest of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, they've talked about it. Don Lucia's talked about it. When you're not scoring goals, you're almost trying too hard. You're thinking too much. Just put the puck at the net. You need to see 1 or 2 go in. Tyler Sheehy sees one finally go in for himself, has a little more confidence. Maybe he doesn't make that play to score that winning goal and put that puck where he did if he didn't score earlier. It's such a mental game sometimes when you're on maybe a little bit of a slump and these guys are expecting, I'm going to score this many points. And then sometimes you're looking at what's next for me after college when you're a senior or a guy like that. So good signs for Minnesota tonight, getting those are the guys scoring. Tommy Novak, another important piece for them scoring goals. I mean, Casey Middlestat, where, you know, he didn't even get on the board and they had 5 goals tonight. So that's a good sign.